Chris is saying he got silver. I guess it's officially a video now.
I popped it. I didn't even have to dig. I just popped it.
Oh, you probed it out. It's a ring. Little old turquoise and silver ring. Sweet. Well, since we're on lockdown, we found some houses in the neighborhood we can hunt. This house just came up vacant. The owner said we could hunt it. So we're getting back to the basics. At least it's from about 1946. These yards are always good for silver. And it's within walking distance. We've done this yard before, so it's pretty much cleaned out. But now we're gonna hit this one. Let's see what Chris has cornered over here. So it looks like a watch. Is this it?
Yeah.
Yep, there's the winder on the top. That's pretty cool.
Something different.
So we got a watch. I got 3 wheats and some clad coins. That's about all today so far.
Yeah, I got a couple of Lincolns and that's it.
Okay. Well, we're still on lockdown, but luckily we got all these places lined up to metal detect right here in the neighborhood. We've detected most of these places. This is the back boundary of my property, and we learned a long time ago that the houses that used to sit back here were supposedly from the 1920s. So they're on the neighbor's side, which you may not be able to see because of all the trees, was an old house that was still standing. And when they wanted it gone, I moved it over here. That's our garden house now, our little garden cottage. But what we've learned, we always knew there was 2 houses back here, but we wasn't sure exactly where the second house was. But recently we used Maprika and built a Maprika map of this place, and we know exactly where the second house was. Now, we've hunted most of that out there, but we never concentrated on the second house because we didn't know exactly where it was. So yesterday when we were walking around the neighborhood metal detecting yards we have access to, we saw these neighbors out in the street, and they said we could hunt back here again. So we're going to try this. We're going to figure out how to get over the fence because I don't want to go all the way around the block. And we're going to hunt this again with newer machines. The last time we hunted this was with them old Garrett GTA 1000. So I think these Equinoxes will be able to find something over there. So we're going to go through here. This is more family property. We're going to get in here and get over the fence and see what we can find. Okay, now that we finally made it over the fence, you can see where this old house sat right here. What we've learned is the second house was in line with this one, and it's right out here. It was lined up with that pole. So these houses had a dirt driveway that came right up along this fence line. So we got a good idea where it is. Maybe we can find something that we missed last time. Okay, I got Maprika up and running. Hopefully y'all can see this. That blue dot's where we're at. I should be standing right in the corner of that house. That's one to the right's the one that I disassembled and took over to our property. So this should be the dirt road between me and the fence. Well, like I said, we've been bored on lockdown, and we're revisiting a bunch of neighbors' yards we've done in the past. We're at another empty house that my neighbor owns, and I can't remember what year I did this yard, but we're piddling around with the Equinox, and this red like a dime, is that going to be a ring? Because it's got this right here.
Son of a gun.
It is a silver ring.
Signal.
Oh, it's one of them little spoon rings, isn't it?
Is it? I can't
Yeah,
see.
or kinda. You know, it's got how this
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
Heck
So
yeah.
Chris got a silver ring the other day, and now I've got one. That sounded like it was deeper, but we'll check the hole, and if there's anything else in there, we'll get back to you. We're not finding much on lockdown, so we're desperate. We're gonna show y'all I just dug a wheat penny.
Better than a zinc.
Better than a zinc, way better than a zinc. Well, there goes Eric on the mower. We just stopped him. We're gonna hunt his mom's house down on the corner, which is that red brick. I don't think I've ever done that yard. I didn't see it in my logbook, so that may be a virgin yard for us. It's not very big, but who knows what we'll find. We're still piddling around where I found the silver ring over here. Chris says he got silver. Let's go and see. We did make it down the street to another house. I don't see it. Where you see? Oh, now I see it.
Let's see what we got. It's probably a rosy. But
It is
silver
a
is silver. It's a rosy.
Silver rosy.
I'll rub it.
Yeah, go ahead and rub it. Them ain't worth nothing.
Oh,
Cool.
nice.
All right, y'all, check out what just fell out of this hole. Got us a good old lighter. Those are always fun because sometimes they're engraved. I don't know if this will have anything on it or not. Might. Can't tell if that's just mud or does that. Nah, I think that's just mud. This might be plain, but still, that's pretty cool. Zippo. Well, we're still doing some lockdown detecting, but we kind of ventured off the compound for a little while to revisit a site that has produced a lot of turn-of-the-century stuff. We heard that they just mowed it, so I thought we'd come back over and try it. And I just picked up a good old blue Bennington. Who doesn't love Bennington marbles? Well, now that they're lifting the restrictions and we're free to roam again, we're going to end this series of video clips with a quick little wrap up. Like I said in the video, we just roamed around while we were on lockdown from one neighbor's house to the other. Most of those yards I hunted in the late 90s. There was a couple that I'd never got to hunt, and we hunted them. One was a yard that I really wanted to hunt for a long time, and we finally got permission, and it was a bust. It was a one owner, built in the mid 50s. I figured it'd be clean with just some good stuff, and it was actually just pretty much empty. So all we got out of that, I got one little pocket spill of wheats, and I think that was the one you'll see in the video. Chris got the broken watch, but other than that, there was nothing in that yard but a bunch of trash, and I figured it'd be loaded, but I guess that guy just didn't do anything. So what we got was this, I got this brass ornate thing. You'll see it in the video. Not sure what it is. It kind of looks like a part of a buckle. It could have been something for the hair. Got a nice blue Bennington. This is one thing from that yard that I was complaining about. It's looks like a toy bomb, or maybe it broke off a toy airplane wing. That's kind of unique. One of the other yards that I didn't get to do in the 90s, and we just now realized we didn't do it, so we asked the owner as he went down the street. I ended up getting a Zippo lighter with the initials BRB, and we were positive this was going to be his family because their last name starts with a B, but actually no one in their family has those initials. So their hypothesis is this belonged to a landscaper they had in the 80s that had been out planting a big tree for them one time. That's the only thing they can think of. Get the usual keys when you're hunting these residential lawns. Like I said, I did get a spill of wheats, and I got quite a bit of other wheats. Chris got some wheats. We didn't lay them out. I did get a silver ring from what used to be a gravel driveway. It's got grass over it now, but if you dig down, it's all cleachy. So I'd skipped that part back in the 90s when I was first metal detecting. You know, I'd shy away from hard to dig areas. One of the yards that we hunted, Chris, right off the bat when we first started roaming the neighborhood, got this nice little silver ring somewhere. There it is. It's got some turquoise in it. And he did get a silver rosy. So that about wraps up our little wandering around during the quarantine. We're going to get back to our regular way of hunting now. We've got some big places lined up, some trips planned. Hopefully those will all pan out, and we will see you in the next video.